All right, this is Curtis coming at you from Aceberhead Studios. Week 1 is pretty much in the books for most teams. Want to go over my Miami Dolphins right over here and their big win against the Patriots. Now, we shouldn't get too cocky. It was a close one. Things didn't go the right way through much of the game. It was very uneven. Big play, pulled it out. Got the win, but there's things we still need to improve on. But you can't deny it was sweet. My heart was going one way and the other. There was one amazing game. And you have to give the Patriots a lot of credit. They showed a lot of stuff, especially with Mac Jones. This is not going to be an easy out that everybody was talking about. I felt like this was going to be a good team. Felt like Mac was going to be good. And it was a big win for us. Opening up, Raekwon Davis was somebody I was doing a big spiel on. I thought it was going to be a big deal. Raekwon Davis matching up, and then he went out really early. That's a very big concern for us Phins fans. Don't know what's going on with his knee. Doesn't look like it's super serious. Looks like it could be a couple of week thing maybe. Whatever they got to do, baby it. Take your time with this kid. This kid was really, he played very well for us last year. I expect him to do it again this year. He's a big component to this defense. So even though it was a little bit, there was only a few plays in there, I want to do a little film study because some of the things I was talking about kind of showed their heads early. And we got lucky in one regard. We lost Davis, but then they lost Brown. So I want to go right here, take a look at the film, and see what we see. First play was really everything I didn't want to see. Davis did a good job. They did a little slide door block on him, ran away from him. Brown took on Wilkins and dominated him. Baker came in to fill, and Onwenu just folded him up, and this was a big run. Harris is dangerous. Got dangerous, and I think if Brown had stayed in there, it would have really won us. There's a great look you can see right here. Just not what we want to see. So we got lucky, but you could see that they respected Davis. Again, they go away from Brown, from Davis. They do a little slide on him, put him out of play, run wide. We're able to manage, contain it a little bit. But they really dominated us in the trenches for the most part. There's another one running away from Davis and just big gaping hole. Brown paired with Onwenu was like 730 pounds. That is a load. This play right here, Davis wasn't in. We actually did a pretty good job here, but they just a very tough team to stop. To stop run. This is the big play where we lost them. Saw some of the things I talked about. How Davis could handle the chips. He could handle just about anything. He gets one-on-one block with a chip and go, and he really locks us up. This would have been a 2-yard gain, and that was really based on Davis. And then he gets rolled up. Very scary. I thought the way it looked, he was done for the season. That would have been a horror show. So thankfully, it's not. It doesn't appear to be that. But we did get the win. But when you go over the stats, we had 23 minutes and 17 seconds time of possession compared to 36:43. We started the game, looking good on offense, but we only managed 52 plays compared to their 70. They put on 393 yards compared to our 259. Rushing 71, and we picked up like 10 or so at the last drive, so it was less than that. And to their 125. The big deal was the turnovers and penalties. A thing that I always say is, to me, I don't know about anything. As far as who's the guarantee lock to be good. Is Tua going to be a guarantee lock? Is Waddle going to be a guarantee lock? Gaskin, whoever. I know Brian Flores is. And the reason I know that is because he masterfully out-disciplined his mentor, Belichick. He had 0 fumbles for his team, and I think we had like 25 yards in penalties compared to like almost 90 for them. And they had 4 turnovers, fumbles with 2 of them lost. That was a difference in the game. Because if it wasn't for that, we probably would have lost. Brian Flores is the coach for the Miami Dolphins. I don't care how long it takes. Build around this guy. We got to get rid of Greer, get somebody else in if you can't find the right time. I don't care. Brian Flores is my guy. So, the offense really struggled, but we've been saying that for a while. You said it last year. Now, to me, last year, Tua did all kind of videos on his body wasn't healthy. Body looked healthy in preseason. Body looked healthy in this game. He didn't have the greatest game, but there were some moments. And when you look at the context of the situation, it offers hope. He needs to grow. This offense needs to grow. But you've got 2 coordinators, both of them new at the job, working with Tua. Tua really getting his first full season. A bunch of receivers that are new and components, new offensive line. Oh, a lot of new components here, okay? This offensive coordinator is going to have to find their way. Quarterbacks find a way. Receivers, all these parts are going to have to come together, and it takes time. It takes a lot longer for offense than it does defense. So if we're in the same position 6 weeks from now, I'd be concerned. Until then, I really would. So Tua, he had through 2.59 seconds before the release of the ball. Not bad, a little bit long, but not bad. His quarterback rating wasn't so hot at 79.6. Completion percentage was 59.2, which is not good. His expected completion percentage, which says if an average quarterback was in there, what would they complete? That would have been 62.5. So he completed under 3.5% of what was expected. But again, stats are just stats. They need context. You got to understand mitigating circumstances. Now, I need all 22 to really see what went down. But there's one stat that really gives me pause to kind of like lay it all on Tua. And that's the aggressive percentage throw. He had a 25.9% aggressive throw. That means 1 out of 4 passes were thrown to tight coverage. Now, you can say, oh, well, maybe he has, his arm or he's later. And that's all possible. I thought his arm was good enough. I don't see any problems with his arm, we got to get the tape to really see like where his reads were and stuff like that. But even the announcer was saying like these receivers aren't getting off. Now Waddle got off and Parker they were both getting free at times. But what was the consistency rate? This stat says that he had to throw to tight windows. Why was that? Was he throwing because the offensive line was breaking down? Well, the offensive line did pretty good. Tua had less pressure to deal with than Jones. So I don't really know. I'm going to have to go to all 22. We're going to have to see a body of work. Remember, offensive coordinators and play calls, offensive line, the amount you use your running game, receivers getting free, quarterback throwing football, these all come together to make the equation. It's very popular to say if he succeeds, the quarterback, and if it fails, the quarterback. But this is not really the case. That's not reality. Not saying Tua isn't at fault, but we'll see. Overall, he had some big plays, and, we got to see how it goes. But bottom line is, whoever's fault it is, he was 3 of 13 for passes over 10 yards. He was 1 for 9 from 10 to 19 for 23 yards, and 20 plus 2 of 4. This is not good enough. Whoever's fault it is, it's got to change. Because this offense, this team, is based on defense and pressure defense, and now an offense that can put points on and put yards on and get ahead early. So we got to see. There's going to be a big game coming up this week and next couple of weeks, and we'll see. We'll see. But I would not say, Tua sucks or it's all his fault. Or, he's not he has some responsibility as well. Anyway, Gaskin really showed what he's about. There was that one nice play where he jumps, gets over the defensive line and picks up 12 yards. This guy showed a lot of stuff coming out, popping out, going. He made like a whole gap jump cut at one point. He was 9 rushes for 49 yards, over 5 yards per carry. But again, this bothers me too. There was only 17 running back designed rushes the whole game. And 3 or 4 of them were at the end with Brown. I just don't. I think You look at Allen. I did a whole tape on Allen. Now, Allen's vastly talented. And he had no running attack. And Steelers made him pay. And I can't blame Allen really all that, because if you're going to tell a team we're not running, okay, then I'm just going to pass rush. And if there's a run maybe occasionally, we'll worry about it then. You can't do that. And I don't think that's fair to the quarterback. Waddle had a very good game. Now, I heard somebody say, take a look at tape here, said he had a drop. Technically, yeah, but take a look at this. I mean, this is full extension, okay? And you can see the top arm's high and the bottom hand's low, about 3 inches. This is full extension. That's an incredibly difficult catch. Now, he's a small receiver. Some of these like 6'3", 6'4" guys, 6'2" guys, they got hands. They can catch these things one-handed. He's not that type of receiver. Tua has to put the ball better on him. Now, this is not indicative of Tua at all, but Waddle had one heck of a game, and this shouldn't be hung over him. So, offensive line protected Tua pretty well, despite this. Davis, who gets a lot of junk, had a 76.6 pass blocking grade and led all the linemen in pass blocking by like 10%, 10 points. So he had a great day for Davis. Not a great day, but it was a very good day. All the rest of the guys, offensive line played pretty well. They were in the 60s for the pass blocking grade. The only fly in the ointment, aside from that one time Eichenberg was just leveled, was Kinley. He had a 35.2 pass blocking grade, and that goes with a very poor run blocking grade. So you could see that, Tua does. Mac Jones had loads of runs supporting him and an offensive line that was way better. So you got to help the kid out. Defense, 19 total pressures. Van Ginkel only had 14 pass rushes. 4 of them were pressures. This guy's verging on being a very good player, man. Very, very good player. Secondary played really well. Like I said, we played a lot of bend but don't break defense, which was a little different. So it was they allowed the catches. It was a lot of catches, but still they played really well. Byron Jones led the day. He caused a fumble. Howard caused a fumble. They did an excellent job considering they were on the field all day. And that's what really concerns me. In this season, it's different than other seasons. That extra game means a lot. It's only one game. It's only one game. It's one game of getting your body beat with baseball bats, okay? My fear is that we will constantly be behind in time of possession. And the defense, which is our strength, is slowly going to get worn out. The longer they're on the field, the longer they have games like this where they have to win by being on the field all day, you're going to see more and more injuries because that's more and more plays on the body. Then you tack on the 17th game. That means by the critical stage, that last quarter or so, this team's going to be gassed. We have to find some way to run the football, control the clock, and let this defense rest. Imagine if this is a rested defense, what they're going to look like late. Overall, it was a good win. I wouldn't get too excited as far as, we'll go on a Super Bowl or anything like that. Let's let it play out. I wouldn't get too low, too high. Enjoy the win. It was great. It was a great win. But we do need to see some things improve. Anyway, this is Curtis. I'm going to do some more film studies to find out exactly specifics. Thank you for staying to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Comments mean the most to me. If I get something wrong, comment. I'm willing to change a little listen. Analytics boys in the background, they love the subscribing and liking. So please, that helps us out. That helps us stay in business. And our sponsor, Ace Per Head, wants to know that you can come your local bookie with family, friends, coworkers, schoolmates, whoever, with them and their world-class software. Again, thank you for staying to the end. This is Curtis. Catch you next time. Be well and go Phins!